Soon as y'all come in the building, and make sure y'all hit that hype button. This is absolutely insane, but I'm going to stand with Ramir because I know that this has to be a victory. And all that boy wanted you to do, Jay-Z, was just take the paternity test. Shout out to Purple Flowers, OG, Latrice. Oh my God. And all you had to do was take the test. We have the candles lit. And I told y'all the Pure Survival candles with the garlic imprinted. It's going to be on the website. www.puresurvivalmerch.com. Oh my God. Jay-Z. I knew that your sick demonic ways was going to catch up with you. I knew it was going to catch up with you. And all you have to do is take the test. We must meditate, ladies and gentlemen. And I know Beyonce had to be at the free calls. If they got you on the Epstein files, and now your son is agreeing to testify that you got his mom pregnant at 16. Oh my God. Shout out to everybody in the building. If y'all have not heard, Jay-Z is in the Epstein files. He's been named as one of the head freak-off vampires. I told y'all, everybody that wanted to believe that Jay-Z was this innocent bystander, pure survival. And I bet you if he would have took the test for Ramir wouldn't have not teamed up with the FBI, Jay-Z. That's all they need. Because I've seen some people say, they don't think it's Jay-Z in the Epstein files, somebody lying on him. Do you know how old this paperwork is? Do you know how bad Donald Trump and Donald Trump's clip-on toupee tried to not get these Epstein files to come out? All the money that Jay-Z got, oh, you know Jay-Z was trying to get these files not to come out too. Now it's going to prove everything that Jay-Z's son been saying all this time. Smash that like button.
I have not stopped my fight, you know.
Jay-Z's legal battle with a man claiming to be his biological son is over for now. Ramir Satterthwaite has withdrawn his federal lawsuit against the rapper, who Ramir alleges to have impregnated his late mom Wanda during the 1990s. He says in a July 27th Instagram video,
just want to get on here and let everybody know the updates, what's going on. It's been a crazy couple weeks, y'all. I want to let y'all know that I have not stopped my fight. You know, I did withdraw my case. It's for a reason, y'all.
And y'all got to understand, when Ramir said that he withdrew his case, Pure Survival, everybody just thought like, oh, okay, well, he's not Jay-Z's son because he withdrew his case. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The only reason why Ramir withdrew his case, Pure Survival, because he knew that Jay-Z was in the Epstein files. So, of course, the FBI told him, look, no, just wait, Ramir. Don't fight with Jay-Z. And then Jay-Z wanted him and his caretaker to have to pay for his lawyers. So why would this boy stick with you now, Jay-Z? You're in the Epstein files. This is the reason why the boy wasn't fighting you no more. Because Jay-Z is in the damn Epstein files. It makes sense now. Pure
This is
survival.
not a joke. Pusha T and Jay-Z have both been revealed to be in the Epstein files. A few moments ago, we have just received shocking news within the music world that two major artists in the rap game were revealed to be in the Epstein files, like Pusha T and Jay-Z. Now,
Pusha T and Jay-Z is in the Epstein files. Shout out to Goddess in the building. Pure survival. So why would I fight you, sir, if the FBI done came and talked to your son already and found out, okay, so he got your mother pregnant, allegedly, at 15 years old, you know what I'm saying? And then we got him in the Epstein files. Don't even worry about fighting your case. He gonna need more than paternity, pure survival. Jay-Z gonna need more than a paternity test. It's too late. If you go on Ramir's Instagram, go on Jay-Z's son Instagram. He's talking about testifying against Jay-Z.
This is not a joke. Pusha T and Jay-Z have both been revealed to be in the Epstein files. A few moments ago, we have just received shocking news within the music world that two major artists in the rap game were revealed to be in the Epstein files, like Pusha T and Jay-Z. Now, specifically in the Epstein file, Pusha T is accused of doing something to a woman that is very disturbing, with it saying in approximately 2007, a woman attended a party following an invitation from an unknown man who approached her as she walked down the street. Weinstein and Pusha T also attended the party and drugged her and ended up doing other things.
And all of these sick things that these people been saying. And it's because they got so much money, they were able to sweep these Epstein files under the rug. Pure survival. So knowing this, Jay-Z, you should have just paid Ramir off. You should have took the test, got him some new teeth, but now it's too late.
And as for Jay-Z, the details are a lot more disturbing, within the files claiming that Jay-Z was doing something to a woman while she was sleeping, with it saying from her home she then later woke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter Jay-Z, while Weinstein had inserted his fingers into you-know-what.
Wow. So Jay-Z allegedly drugged this girl. This girl was a minor. Allegedly, he drugged this girl, and Einstein took his finger and stuck it, you know where it smelled like doodle at. Pure survival. It smelled like doodle. All in the room. This is horrible. Smash that like button, guys. This girl was done very terribly. And then she woke up buck-ass naked with Epstein's hand inside of her tasty cakes. This is the same shit that they were saying about Diddy Glover. Once you got drugged by somebody else, you wake up buck-ass naked in bed with Diddy. This is horrible. How are you going to say that this shit ain't true, sir? And this boy said you got his mom pregnant at 16.
Party and drugged her and ended up doing other things. And as for Jay-Z, the details are a lot more disturbing, within the files claiming that Jay-Z was doing something to a woman while she was sleeping, with it saying from her home she then later woke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter Jay-Z, while Weinstein had inserted his fingers into you-know-what. Nonetheless, though, what he has in my entire situation, Pusha T and Jay-Z have both been name dropped in the Epstein files. Do you guys think this is all cap, or do you guys think there's a lot of truth to this? Make sure you guys let me know.
It's a whole lot of truth to it. You know what I'm saying? And this was the hold off. Gene Deal's been saying this for the longest. Gene Deal, shout out to Diddy's ex-bodyguard. Gene Deal told y'all that Jay-Z used to deal with minors, and everybody in the industry knew it. Y'all got to get them likes up, guys. Get them likes up for Ramir.
Jay-Z should have kept his motherfucking mouth.
Like, comment, subscribe, part 2.
Everybody in the industry, they not going to tell you. They not going to get out and say that because we have this no snitching, no telling the truth, or don't say nothing type of culture. But everybody know in the industry that Jay-Z was talking to young girls. See, I know in 99 and early 2000, he was dealing with Beyonce. I didn't know Jay-Z was 30 years old, though.
Wow. So if he said everybody in the industry knew, this is why so many people are being quiet during survival, because a lot of these other people are in these Epstein files, and they all knew. And that's why Diddy Glover, nobody wanted to stand with Diddy Glover, but you should have understood and knew that one day it was going to come out. Y'all got to get them likes up, guys. We need 1,000 likes in the building. This is Gene Deal's Diddy bodyguard was saying this about Jay-Z and said that they all knew about it.
That's why I like it. Make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe, part 2.
Everybody in the industry, they not going to tell you. They not going to get out and say that because we have this no snitching, no telling the truth, or don't say nothing type of culture. But everybody know in the industry that Jay-Z was talking to young girls.
Wow.
See, I know in 99 and early 2000, he was dealing with Beyonce. I didn't know Jay-Z was 30 years old though. And Beyonce was 17 and 18.
Wow.
See,
So
that could
she was 17 years old when Beyonce was with Jay-Z. And now that they done had a family and all that stuff, so you know she's not going to tell. She's going to act like Jay-Z is innocent, pure survival. But Gene Deal and Gene Deal's kneecaps been knew about this.
Told it, but I saw it personally. I was there.
Wow.
At the clubs, at Eugene's, at the next games. On this game, somebody say, yeah, that's too old, Gene. Yeah, I'll be the motherfucker at. Jay-Z.
And he was there. And Gene Deal also discovered how bad Beyonce's breath stunk. Like Beyonce's a beautiful female, but her breath is horrible. We need 1,000 likes in the building. Smash that like button. You know what I mean? We are surviving Beyonce's breath.
I said that shit years ago about how bad Beyonce breath was. But now when I say it, it goes viral. Shout out to Big Shorty, my man, used to bodyguard her. I said that shit years ago about how bad Beyonce breath was. But now when I say it goes viral.
And everybody got mad at Gene Deal and got mad at Gene Deal's kneecaps for talking about Beyonce's breath. It's not Gene Deal's fault. If you bodyguarding somebody and they talking to you pure survival, you know what I'm saying? And you have no idea that their breath smells like the bottom of a fish tank. And this is probably why Beyonce used to keep her hands on her mouth. She used to try to cover it. She used to try to protect people from smelling her halitosis, but she definitely suffered from halitosis.
Shout out to Big Shorty, my man, used to bodyguard her. I said that shit years ago about how bad Beyonce breath was. But now when I say it goes viral. Shout out to Big Shorty, my man, used to bodyguard her. I said that shit years ago about how bad Beyonce breath was.
And there are people who breath that I've smelled that was awful that I have never got out of my system. That is torture. That is torture. That's just like if you see a beautiful woman and her breath and her underarm stink. You're never going to forget the underarm funk. You know what I'm saying? You're never going to forget the breath. I'm talking about, you ever smell somebody's breath stink so bad that it give you a headache, pure survival? You know what I mean? When the motherfuckers whisper stink. I had a nigga whisper in my ear one time. His breath stunk so bad that his whisper, it came through the whisper. You know what I'm saying? It's not his fault.
When I say it goes viral. Shout out to Big Shorty, my man, used to bodyguard her. I said that shit years ago about how bad Beyonce breath was. But now when I say it goes viral.
Exactly. So if he spoke about that years ago and people try to get mad at him, Gene Deal and Gene Deal's kneecaps been told y'all that Jay-Z had messed with minors, that he liked young girls. Epstein loved young girls. You know what I'm talking about? Even Diddy Glover. But Diddy Glover didn't get caught with the young girls. This is why Jay-Z got away from Diddy Glover. Because he did not want to get caught up. Now the man is in them Epstein files. They said Donald Trump did some horrible shit in the Epstein files. Jay-Z, Pusha T, all of these people. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, guys. Shout out to Gene Deal for trying to come forth years ago when nobody wanted to believe him or his kneecaps.
Right, yeah. How you feel about that statement that him and his lawyer came up with?
Well, I think that his lawyer did a great job, somewhat, with the information that he had. I know people in the industry, been around for a long time, was there when he first started dating Beyonce
at 17, 18, and he was 30-something. You didn't know his age. When I look back and see how old Jay-Z was, I think Jay-Z was born in like 69 or 67.
And Gene wasn't even trying to tell on Jay-Z at this time, pure survival. He was just speaking young, he was just speaking out of like just regular. If you are 15 and 16 and you with a motherfucker in their 30s, if a dude in their 30s messing with a teenage girl, that is already sick right there. Pure survival. There's no excuse. I see if you 17 and the motherfucker 20, 21, 19. That's more closer to the age. And that's still 21 is still too old. But I'm just saying, Jay-Z was in his motherfucking 30s. You know what I'm saying?
Been around for a long time. Was there when he first started dating Beyonce at 17, 18, and he was 30-something. You didn't know his age. When I look back and see how old Jay-Z was, I think Jay-Z was born in like 69 or 67. Something like a 67 right there. 69. I think he was born in 69. Beyonce, they said she was born in 81. You understand? But back then, in 81, when we was in the club together, 98, 99, she wasn't even supposed to be in the club, but she was in the club.
And she wasn't even old enough to be in the club. Beyonce was not old enough to be in the club, pure survival. But she was in there because y'all know how this demonic industry is. You know what I mean? The parents be all for it because it's all about the money. It's like they sacrifice their own children. And now Beyonce is one of the freak off vampires, pills of Bible. I know Beyonce and her wig sleep upside down. I don't care what nobody say because she was groomed into it. She was groomed into it. And all you had to do was make Jay-Z take the paternity test for Ramir, pills of Bible. Now Ramir's going to testify, Jay-Z. If they can if the feds make you take a paternity test and that boy is yours and you got his mom pregnant at 16, oh, you going down. We need 1,000 likes in the building. Everybody double tap that screen.
9 or 67? Something like a 67 right there? 69. I think he was born in 69. Beyonce, they said she was born in 81. You understand? But back then, in 81, when we was in the club together, 98, 99, she wasn't even supposed to be in the club, but she was in the club. It was Club Eugene's. And Jay was dating her. And at that time, if you look at Jay's age, he was about 30 years old. So, isn't she still somewhat a child? To me, she is. But I guess they protect child. That's how you protect a child. You know, dating her at the age of 30-some years old, and she's 17, 18 years old.
Wow. So I guess that's how they protected the children in the industry, by dating them, by grooming them. Like how Diddy groomed motherfucking Cassie. Bible. This is insane. We got 1,500 people in the building, guys. Get them likes up. Jay-Z, you should have took the damn paternity test. You should have took the paternity test. Because if they prove, I'm telling you, this boy look just like you. And he don't deserve it, Jay-Z.
Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jay's your father? I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot, seeing a lot. I can take me being embarrassed.
Look, and now he was already saying that he can take being embarrassed. He can take being embarrassed. They said that Donald Trump allegedly got a girl pregnant in the Epstein files too. She was supposed to be like 14 or 15. Pure Bible. How come they all got these same allegations? A 14 to 15-year-old Trump allegedly got pregnant. Now Jay-Z allegedly got this boy's mother pregnant at 15, 16 years old. All he had to do was take the test, but he did not want to live with the embarrassment that he was with a minor. But now the Epstein files is out, sir, and this boy look just like you. Look at that goddamn Brillo pad on the top of his head. Pills of Bible. You think he asked for this shit to be on his head, Jay-Z? No, it just grew out of his head because it's from your freak off genes. Smash that like button, guys. This is horrible.
I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot, seeing a lot. I can take me being embarrassed. Like, just can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, it's not fair.
It's not fair, Jay-Z. It's not fair.
I was 7. My mom had to sit down with me. I guess she thought I was old enough to know now, and she been saying Sean Carter. That's what she was calling me first before she was calling it Jay-Z. And I really didn't know who that was because I was young and, had my little brother, and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but I really...
And he didn't have no idea. It's not his fault. He was 8 years old. His mom was literally telling him, your dad is Jay-Z. So the boy had no idea. He's like, Mom, who is that man with that look like a camel? And his mother, rest in peace to his mom, Pearls of Bible. She already filed the damn case on Jay-Z years ago. But like they said, that they could pay off the judges, they could pay off the lawyers, everything. And the boy didn't deserve to be put on this earth. And you just abandoned him because you allegedly was with his mom when she was a minor. It's 2,000 people in the building, guys. Everybody double tap that screen. I'm not going to be satisfied till we got 1,000 likes in the building.
My first, before she was calling it Jay-Z, and I really didn't know who that was because I was young and, had my little brother, and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but I really just was going along with the person I was just seeing, like the person I looked at who was taking care of me at that time. I really wasn't really trying to understand what my mom was talking about, but she constantly put it in my head like, son, it's not your father, and I really want you to know it is. This person is your father, and I just want you to know. And she continued to tell me that over the years and over the years and over the years, even until I was grown. He never tried to contact me in any type of way, and that's all I'm asking is, like, 'cause I honestly really want the case to be over with. Like, I've been going through, just like I said, a lot, and as I said, I'm not chasing nobody. I'm not trying to do this to make somebody seem like a bad person, a bad father. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person enough, and I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want...
And look at this boy's teeth. I show y'all this every time. Pierce her Bible. How selfish can you be as a billionaire with these white ass motherfucking teeth? Pierce her Bible. And this boy's teeth, I'm talking about, and he's young. Like, I'm not gonna let y'all say that he was hitting the pipe. I'm not gonna let y'all say that Ramir was smoking crack for his teeth to get this color because he's stressed out because Jay-Z don't want to be a father. Pills of Bible. I'm not gonna let y'all say that this is crack fiend teeth. But my whole thing is his teeth should not be emoji yellow. You know what I'm saying? And his teeth is white like this. Pills of Bible. You know what I'm saying? You could have done anything, Jay-Z. You could have reached down and contacted the goddamn dentist, Pure Survival, for Christ's sakes. For Christ's sakes. All the money you got, and that boy had to have those motherfucking teeth right there. This is horrible, guys. Smash that like button. Everybody, if y'all want to see Ramir's teeth whiter than this. But it's too late now, because he's testifying against Jay-Z. Like, this is it's too late.
Money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't go to the courts and get the truth, like, what is it really? What is it? I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over with. I work every day. I also have my own kids to take care of. So it's like, it's been a journey for me, and it's just like, I just got so much on my name right now. I never asked for money. I don't do interviews just saying, hey, Jay-Z, give me your money, or I'm coming at the Jay-Z for his money. I never.
And he never wanted a dime from Jay-Z. That's the horrible part about it. He never wanted a dime. So now you forced his hand to team up with the feds because, sir, you're on the Epstein files. So they're taking everybody down. You know what I'm saying? So you had time. You had time.
Everyone, this is Ramir said. I just want you to know, filing a complaint with the district court. We did everything correctly. We followed all rules. We got all our paperwork in on time, and basically, we feel like that we just was, not taken serious, and we wasn't treated correctly. We wasn't treated equal as others. They didn't fully look at the allegations. They let fraud continuously just be used and not say anything about it. Everything at the fraud was supposed to be voided, and honestly, I don't think that happened. Well, the first time I heard that Jay-Z probably was my father when I was 8 years old. And, you know, my mom, we was actually sitting in the house on a regular
And
day.
he never changed up his story, guys. Do y'all realize he said the first time I heard that Jay-Z was my father, I was 8 years old. He said this in countless interviews, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to defend a man that's a billionaire. I'm not even going to defend a dude that's a dollionaire. You know what I'm saying? Women go off on you if you don't take responsibility for your child. This man is a billionaire. There's a girl that was in Baltimore that was supposed to be allegedly Jay-Z's daughter, and she was allegedly taken care of. That's why you haven't heard her. But for some reason, Jay-Z did not want to take responsibility of this boy in particular because his mother was 16 years old. Smash that like button, guys. Everybody, shout out to all of y'all in the building. I need them likes up. You know what I'm saying? So YouTube can push this out. Ramir is speaking, guys, and he's happy about these Epstein files. And I would be too.
You know, listening to music. My mom came up to me and was like, hey, Rob, you know, I got something to tell you. That's your dad for real. And I'm like, I was shocked. Like, Mom, what are you talking about? You know, I'm young. Like, it's nothing your parents would just make up like that. You don't just say this type of person is your father, Jay-Z. Like,
So y'all, Jay-Z's alleged son Ramir Satterthwaite just jumped into the chaos, and he is exposing Jay-Z for grooming his mom.
Everybody smash that like button for Wanda. This is Ramir's mother, guys. Rest in peace to her. This is the woman that Jay-Z was allegedly with that got pregnant when she was 15, 16 years old. She's no longer here on this earth to be able to fight against him. And I commend Ramir, Jay-Z's alleged biological son, for still fighting, for still holding the torch down for his mother. So everybody, please smash that like button for her. You know what I'm saying? And share this video. Jay-Z, you are in the Epstein files, sir. So how you going to deny being with this woman when she was a minor? She wasn't old enough to be able to track Jay-Z down and find him. Pure the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all know how Ramir has been trying and failing for years to get Jay-Z to take a DNA test to confirm whether or not he is Ramir's father, right? Well, at first, we thought that Jay-Z was just trying to protect his billion-dollar fortune in case Ramir was out for money. But Ramir had another story to tell. According to him, Jay-Z allegedly spent years grooming his mom since she was a young teenager, before eventually getting her pregnant when she was only 16.
Y'all hear that? She was only 16. So Jay-Z, according to his son, allegedly groomed my mother. Groomed my mother, got her pregnant, and then abandoned her. We got 2,000 people in the building. Everybody, I'm telling you, I'm tired of telling y'all smash that like button, peel the Bible. Because once we get 1,000 likes, I'm not going to tell y'all to do it no more. But it's very important. YouTube send me emails and tell me, Jamil, you had 2,000 people. Why you ain't make them smash the like button? You know what I mean? Like, listen, I love Jay-Z's music from years ago, but when I found out who he is as a person, I don't like him.
Another story to tell. According to him, Jay-Z allegedly spent years grooming his mom since she was a young teenager, before eventually getting her pregnant when she was only 16. Ramir has spent years gathering evidence and receipts, and it looks like he has finally had enough and is ready to spill the tea to bury Jay-Z big time. Y'all, looks like Ramir is out here for revenge, and it looks like he's about to take Jay-Z out. But before all that, let's break it down. If you've been following Ramir's case, then you probably know how heartbreaking the situation is, because his mom passed away and his alleged father has refused for more than 10 years to acknowledge him. But for anybody who hasn't been following the drama, here's the rundown. So back in the 1990s, Ramir claimed that Jay-Z had a brief fling with his mom, Wanda. And although they reportedly used protection, it failed, which led to Wanda becoming pregnant with Ramir. However, since this all went down in the pre-social media era...
And look at the boy. Look just like Jay-Z. This is him right here as a baby. I put Ramir's picture up next to motherfucker Jay-Z, Pills of Bible, and it looked just like him. He looks just like you, sir. And we're not stupid. As a people, we're not stupid. You know what I mean? Why did it take you 10, 15 years to even try to acknowledge the boy? Then Jay-Z gonna say that the boy is stalking him. Pure survival. Try to treat him like he was a side chick. How was he stalking you? You know what I mean? Just because he wanted to know the truth? That's it. He didn't even want money from you. And allegedly, Jay-Z and them was trying to pay him off. Was trying to pay him to put him on a label, but he didn't even want to take the money. It was more of the principle of who my father is. You have to understand that. You know what I'm saying? And everybody thought that this case was over with. Now I realize why he was withdrew in his joint, because of this Epstein files was bigger. They knew that the Epstein shit was coming out. Smash that like button, everybody.
Wanda, and although they reportedly used protection, it failed, which led to Wanda becoming pregnant with Ramir. However, since this all went down in the pre-social media era, where not everybody even had a mobile phone, they were still bumping beepers. Is that? Well, they lost touch and couldn't communicate, so by the time Wanda did give birth, her boyfriend at the time ended up being the one who signed the birth certificate instead of Jay-Z. An insider explained why the boyfriend signed the birth certificate, even though he knew he wasn't the father, saying her on and off boyfriend at the time, Robert, knew the baby wasn't his, but put his name on the birth certificate while Wanda was unconscious, recovering from the birth. Initially, he felt sorry for Wanda, but later he used it so he could collect extra food stamps.
And that's the crazy part about it. Now, her boyfriend at the time signed Jay-Z's son's birth certificate so they could get extra SNAP benefits during survival. The struggle is real. So he had to sign it so they can get extra food stamps per survival. But he knew that Jay-Z's son wasn't his. But he stepped up to do something that Jay-Z should have done. Pure survival. He's worried about his image and Beyonce's image. That's the same thing Kanye West said. Kanye West said the same thing. That they didn't want to stand up for him because they're more concerned about their image, pure survival. All the money you got, why was you hanging with Epstein for, Jay-Z? Why did you hang with that man for? You know what I'm saying? They said that Donald Trump and Epstein and them was doing tryouts for these young little cheerleader girls. Like it's the Epstein files is horrible. Pure survival. Shout out to my baby just coming in the building. You know what I'm saying? But this is crazy, Jay-Z. It's no more running and ducking. Y'all got to get them likes up.
Benefits. Both were minors at the time, so he shouldn't have signed anything. Well, Ramir spilled some additional tea, sharing that when he was just 8 years old, his mom, Wanda, casually mentioned that Jay-Z was actually his real dad. Now, from that moment on, Wanda became determined to get in touch with Jay-Z and see if he would take responsibility for Ramir. She didn't just sit around hoping. Wanda tried everything she could to get a hold of Jay-Z. She contacted lawyers, sent messages through mutual acquaintances, and even tried reaching him through social media and interviews. Unfortunately, despite her best efforts, every attempt seemed to hit a wall. Lawyers, publicists, and even close friends seemed to be blocking her at every turn. But Wanda wasn't one to give up easily. She had too much at stake. So she took matters into her own hands and decided to go the legal route, filing a court case to establish whether Jay-Z was indeed Ramir's biological father. But unfortunately, things did not go as planned. The judge threw the case out.
And do y'all hear how crazy that is? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that the judge was paid off. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't think so. Why would the judge throw this case out, this paternity test out, when his mother was alive? I see if the boy just woke up one day and then looked on TV and said, that motherfucker look just like me. That dude that looked like a Park 8 pure survival, I look like a monkey in the face. I think this man looked just like me. This monkey face, I think that this is me. No, his mother was already fighting Jay-Z all the way back in 2011, 2012, pure survival. But the judge threw the shit out. How convenient. Aren't we seeing what's going on right now? Like how they are taking bribes, money. We see how illegal this system is. This is crazy. We got 2,400 people. Everybody double tap that screen. Shout out to y'all. We need 1,000 likes in the building. I appreciate everybody. We are fighting with Ramir. And sweetheart, I let everybody know, Ramir, if they go on his Instagram, he posted this Epstein file shit. So the reason why he withdrew his case, because the feds already talked to him about the Epstein files, and they knew that his mom was a minor, and Jay-Z allegedly done something with these minors in the Epstein files, so they told him, look, just hold off. Hold off. Don't even worry about it. We're going to get him. Jay-Z going to have to take the test now.
Filing a court case to establish whether Jay-Z was indeed Ramir's biological father. But unfortunately, things did not go as planned. The judge threw the case out, citing lack of jurisdiction as the reason. It was a frustrating setback, but Wanda didn't back down. She kept fighting relentlessly, refusing to give up the search for years. It was clear that she wasn't going to let this go, no matter how many obstacles stood in her way. Well, sadly, Wanda passed away shortly after all this drama came to light. But before she died, she signed a sworn affidavit confirming that Sean Carter...
Look at this. His mother, rest in peace to her, she signed a sworn affidavit. This is her John Hancock Pure Survival. 2,600 people in the building. Everybody smash that like button. This is her signature. The only person that can fight for her and fight for the truth is us and Ramir, which is her son and Jay-Z's alleged son, Pure Survival. And he's still fighting for his mother. She signed this right here, guys. This is the real deal. This is a woman that was 15, 16, Jay-Z. And if they got you all over the Epstein files, why wouldn't somebody believe this woman now? You were able to hide this for so long. Wouldn't take the test for the boy, everything. Now that we know you in the Epstein files, I don't put nothing past you, Jay-Z. None of y'all people in the industry. Sick, freak off, demonic people.
Stood in her way. Well, sadly, Wanda passed away shortly after all this drama came to light. But before she died, she signed a sworn affidavit confirming that Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z, was indeed Ramir's biological father. Now, at this point, one would think that Jay-Z would be forced to at least acknowledge the situation and take a DNA test to clear the air, right? I mean, he didn't even have to go into the lab or spend hours trying to get tested. But with new procedures, all it would have taken was a simple mouth swab and all of 5 seconds.
And look, that's all he had to do, guys, was just this. He didn't have to take blood or nothing. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that this is Jay-Z's son. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't think that this boy is Jay-Z's son. Not this motherfucker here, but I'm talking about Ramir. Why would he go this long to prove that this man is his? I would have been gave up. If I was making up this motherfucker story for clout, Pure Survival, Ramir don't even got a YouTube channel like he's pumping the shit, like he trying to go viral. The boy, listen, if you trying to chase clout, you gonna be on the internet every motherfucking day trying to go viral. Pure Survival. He ain't trying to go viral off of being Jay-Z's son. No, the boy know that that man is my damn father. He would have been doing something totally different. He would have been making money off YouTube. He would have, come on now, he'd have made it, his channel would be booming. But he would have went on Vlad TV. He would have went on Say Cheese TV. He ain't been doing that. No, Jay-Z know what the hell he doing. Everybody get them likes up. We only need 300 more likes. Shout out to all of y'all that's smashing that like button. We need 300 more people to double tap that screen. We're not letting Jay-Z get away with this during Survival. We're not.
The air, right? I mean, he didn't even have to go into the lab or spend hours trying to get tested. But with new procedures, all it would have taken was a simple mouth swab and all of 5 seconds. So it's not like he couldn't have made the time to do so. It was very clear that he was deliberately trying all he could to avoid taking the test. And it kind of makes us wonder if he knows something we don't. Like the fact that Ramir is actually his son. He and his elite team of lawyers kept dodging the process for years, and they managed to drag it out. Frustrated with the lack of progress, Ramir, with the help of his guardian Lily Coley, decided to take...
And this is Ramir's guardian, guys. Everybody shout out to her and smash that like button for her standing up with this boy after his mother passed away. This woman, Jay-Z, allegedly had a lease on her house, on her home, that she have to pay like what, $119,000 for Jay-Z's lawyers and shit like that, all because they were fighting him. You got to understand, when you fighting these people that have all of this money, Pure Survival, it's not an easy thing. And this is why I told y'all that the Pure Survival garlic candles will be on www.puresurvivalmerch.com. I have to be surrounded by garlic. These necklaces for these freak off vampires have garlic. They've been dipped in garlic. Did y'all think they've been dipped in holy water? No, they've been dipped in garlic. So when these vampires come for me, like their eyes burn, their skin start burning, once you light them candles up, Pure Survival, it protects you from the Hollywood vampires. They're all vampires. I'm trying to tell y'all.
elite team of lawyers kept dodging the process for years, and they managed to drag it out. Frustrated with the lack of progress, Ramir, with the help of his guardian Lily Coley, decided to take matters into their own hands and handle it the legal way. Even though they knew that they were going up against Jay-Z and his high-powered lawyers, they filed a civil lawsuit back in December 2014, seeking to get Jay-Z to agree to a DNA test. At this point, the drama had been dragging on for 4 years, and Jay-Z still maintained that he was not the father, but for some reason, he kept dodging a DNA test. It's baffling. Like, why wouldn't he just take the test and settle it once and for all if he's not the father? But no, the lawsuit has now stretched on for about 10 years.
And if I knew that this boy wasn't mine, if I know that I'm not the father, I'm going to take the test so I can shut up the whole entire internet. Pure survival. I'm like, oh, you think this motherfucker is mine? I'm going here. Where I put it at? Here, give it here. I'm going to put it in my mouth. No Diddy. No Diddy, because I just said I'm going to put it in my mouth. Now y'all looking like, oh, Jamil talking about he going to put something in his mouth. I'm talking about the cotton swab. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? I will put it in my motherfucking mouth and prove that I'm not the damn father. It's the reason why this man wouldn't prove that he was the father. Because of her age.
To a DNA test. At this point, the drama had been dragging on for 4 years, and Jay-Z still maintained that he was not the father, but for some reason, he kept dodging a DNA test. It's baffling. Like, why wouldn't he just take the test and settle it once and for all if he's not the father? But no, the lawsuit has now stretched on for about 10 years, or 14 years if you include Wanda's initial lawsuit. And here's the kicker. Even after all those years, Jay-Z is still refusing to take the test, which just screams suspicious as F. It's as if he's hiding something, and everyone's left wondering why he wouldn't just clear the air once and for all. Ramir was understandably heard about the situation, and he agreed to do a sit-down interview with The Sun online, where he denied allegations that he was after Jay-Z's money, saying, I don't want money or anything like that for Jay-Z. I just want him to finally tell the truth to the world. He's supposed to be a positive role model.
Wow. And Ramir said this out of his own mouth, that Jay-Z's supposed to be a positive role model for our community. He stands there screaming Black Lives Matter. Well, tell the truth and take your responsibility. Wow. You talking about Black Lives Matter, but it don't matter the black life that you brought to this earth, pure survival. This is horrible. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, guys. We need 300 more likes. I know y'all got it in y'all. And these can't be all Jay-Z fans. Because even if you're a fan of somebody, you got to call them out for the fucking fuckery.
Our community, he stands there screaming, Black Lives Matter. Well, tell the truth and take responsibility. And if you say I'm not your son and nothing ever happened with my mom, then just take the test. If you are telling the truth, then why is your first answer whenever you're asked to take a paternity test no? Well, Ramir's guardian Lily has also shared some details that really put the whole situation into perspective. Apparently, Jay-Z had gotten Wanda pregnant when she was just 16, and he was 22. The math on that age gap makes you stop and think. That's definitely a jaw-dropping revelation, and it adds another layer of complexity to this already messy story. I mean, can you even imagine a teenage girl and a grown man and a pregnant?
Can you imagine that? A teenage girl being pregnant by a grown-ass motherfucking man, pure survival? You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine that? But there are young girls, 15, 14, that be getting pregnant, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And then somebody said, well, why smash the like button if you're going to take the video down? Let me tell you something. I only made the political videos members only because I really don't care for the videos because YouTube don't like me talking about that stuff. Like it's deeper than that. I just can't really get into it with y'all. But this video right here will stay public. This is not gonna get taken down. Pure survival. But trust me, they have reasons why they silence certain people and they only want certain people to talk about certain things. So, and I just gave you a big jewel right there, and I'm gonna leave it there so they don't come for me. You trying to get me abducted by these industry motherfuckers, making me tell the truth, pure survival? Smash that like button, guys.
revelation, and it adds another layer of complexity to this already messy story. I mean, can you even imagine a teenage girl and a grown man in a pregnancy? It's no wonder that things got so out of hand from the very beginning. It's not just about the drama of the paternity test anymore, it's about the circumstances of the relationship from the jump. The fact that Jay-Z still refuses to take a DNA test only deepens the mystery and leaves everyone wondering what he's hiding. After all this time, you'd think Jay-Z would want to clear up the confusion and move on, but it feels like he's just adding more layers of complexity. It seems there's more to the situation than just a paternity test. Perhaps it's about protecting an image or concealing something he doesn't want the public to know.
Now you hear that? Protecting an image or concealing something that Jay-Z didn't want the world to know. That literally just came out. Concealing and protecting something. And if you notice, if you're on this live stream today, you notice how they're promoting it. You notice how they're pushing it. Like I said, they have certain things that they want certain people to talk about, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. And salute to all of y'all. We, like I said, we need 200 more likes. You know what I'm saying? But this is what Jay-Z was trying to hide. This right here.
This is not a joke. Pusha T and Jay-Z have both been revealed to be in the Epstein files. A few moments ago, we have just received shocking news within the music world that two major artists in the rap game were revealed to be in the Epstein files, like Pusha T and Jay-Z. Now, specifically in the Epstein file, Pusha T is accused of doing something to a woman that is very disturbing, with it saying in approximately 2007, a woman attended a party following an invitation from an unknown man who approached her as she walked down the street. Weinstein and Pusha T also attended the party and drugged her and ended up doing other things. And as for Jay-Z, the details are a lot more disturbing, within the files claiming that Jay-Z was doing something to a woman while she was sleeping with.
So if this man is creeping as a freak off demon, because I told you they all sleep upside down. So when they have these young people coming in the industry, Pure Survival, you know what I'm saying? They can smell your blood. They can smell that you haven't been contaminated. So the freak off vampires wake up, nails sharp, dinglings hard in the motherfucker, teeth sharp, you know, and then this is when they either suck your blood, blow your back out, you get your back blown out, or your tasty cakes unravel. Epstein stuck his finger in this girl's tasty cakes and put it in Jay-Z's nose. Allegedly. And said, smell that. Oh, that's fresh doodle. Oh, that's fresh doodle. We got to go into that. And them tasty cakes. We got to go in there. This is wow. That's why I tell you, I believe everything that these people be saying. This is the stuff they be trying to hide. Smash that like button.
And drugged her and ended up doing other things. And as for Jay-Z, the details are a lot more disturbing, within the files claiming that Jay-Z was doing something to a woman while she was sleeping, with it saying from her home she then later woke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter Jay-Z, while Weinstein had inserted his fingers into you know what. Now let's know what he has in my entire situation.
And that's crazy. Inserted his fingers in you know what. Why would you want to even have, just like, you know how you got the serial killers that sleep with people when they're deceased, Pure Survival, which is completely gross. But you have people that are demons like that want to have sex with a corpse. Like, why would you want to sleep with somebody if they're asleep? Like, you sneak and steal some vagina. That's theft of vagina. See, bitch knocked out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna call her a B if you're a minor, but I'm talking about just imagine you knocked out sleep and a man, you wake up and his dingling is inside you. Pure Survival. Don't you want a motherfucker to be up to where she said that you can have my goodies? You can have my milkshake? No, you go and steal the damn milkshake. You know what I mean? And you learn that shit when you a young boy, you know, back in the day, females, y'all know how y'all be pretending like y'all sleep. You know what I'm saying? But y'all moving around because y'all want a motherfucker to clap y'all cheeks. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. You got to be wide awake. Don't be sitting there, even if you sitting there pretending you sleep. No, your ass is going to be asleep. I'm not playing this game with you. You know what I'm saying? But these people would be knocked out sleep and then got taken advantage of.
Doing other things. And as for Jay-Z, the details are a lot more disturbing, within the files claiming that Jay-Z was doing something to a woman while she was sleeping, with it saying from her home she then later woke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter Jay-Z, while Weinstein had inserted his fingers into you know what. Now let's know what he has.
What kind of shit is that? You stick your finger in her tasty cakes. That is wild. And her tasty cakes. Like, these people are a next level sick. When you got all this money, you can have whatever kind of female that you want. But I feel like it's the humiliation ritual that's a part of the industry. Put a one in the chat if y'all believe that the humiliation ritual is a really big thing. Put it two in the chat if y'all don't think so. Because I think it's really kind of about humiliating the person. You know what I'm saying? Look, we only need 200 more likes. Shout out to all of y'all. We almost got 1,000 likes. Everybody double tap that screen. This is disgusting.
Mystery leaves everyone wondering what he's hiding. After all this time, you'd think Jay-Z would want to clear up the confusion and move on. But it feels like he's just adding more layers of complexity. It seems there's more to the situation than just a paternity test. Perhaps it's about protecting an image or concealing something he doesn't want the public to know. With the detail that Wanda was just 16 when all this began, it's hard not to question if the math adds up in a way that's more than just a little concerning. But that's not all, because according to reports, not only did Jay-Z allegedly get Wanda pregnant, but he also allegedly had started dating her way before then. Allegedly, the relationship might have started when she was just 13.
Wow. So allegedly, the relationship could have started when Wanda, Ramir's mother, was 13. And y'all see what's going on with that boy D4VD, the little singer? In the back of my mind, you died, and I didn't even cry. You got that little demon running around, the little gothic demons. They're all different kinds of freak-off vampires. You got the gothic demons, you got the rapper demons, the actor demonic entities. You know what I mean? This is crazy. So if he started a relationship when she was 13, 14, of course Jay-Z don't want that to come out. Build a Bible. Look at how weird those little old, he got the old creases all in the shit. Jay-Z, I'm sorry. We're not playing with you no more. Smash that like button.
According to reports, not only did Jay-Z allegedly get Wanda pregnant, but he also allegedly had started dating her way before then. Allegedly, the relationship might have started when she was just 13 and he was in his 20s. Seriously though, what is it that Jay-Z ain't getting involved with women who are younger than he is? Because this is not the first time that he's been linked to young women. I mean, he allegedly got involved with...
Y'all remember Foxy Brown? Put a one in the chat if Foxy Brown was a minor when Jay-Z was messing with her. Put a two in the chat if she wasn't a minor. You got to go back into the history. That's why it's not hard to believe about this Epstein shit. He had Foxy Brown when she was young, Aaliyah when she was young, Beyonce when she was young. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole history of it. That's why I was like, why is these people defending him, believing that he didn't get this woman pregnant at 15? You know what I'm saying? When he already had it, I see if Jay-Z didn't have no other young girls. He had a whole fucking crew of these little young girls. You know what I mean? Smash that like button, guys.
Foxy Brown when she was 15 and he was in his 20s. He also allegedly got involved with Aaliyah when she was a teenager, and the same thing happened with him and Beyonce, allegedly. And that's just the ones we know about. Well, Lily said Wanda was only 16 when she allegedly met Sean, but she may have told him she was older. She felt pregnant but had no idea how to contact him. Lily pointed out...
See, and she said, the caretaker said that she might have told Jay-Z that she was 18, that she was older. But I'm just going to say this personal. I can tell when you a young girl. Pure survival. My spider senses can tell when you a young girl. I don't give ain't no look. I know that you got people that lie, but even if a young girl is stacked up, like she born with, you know, like looking like an older woman, it's going to be things that she's going to say. I'm going to be able to smell the Happy Meal on her mouth. I can smell the McDonald's on her breath. You ain't gonna be able to fool me. You know what I mean? You a young girl, you just sitting there playing with your hair. You stacked up and shit, but you playing with your hair. You got the bubble gum, you pulling it all the way out here. So everybody go, I'm gonna give you somebody to get this young girl up the fuck out of here. Cause her mannerisms is gonna be young. Like, where are we about to go? What you mean, where we about to go? She won't even say go. She gonna say toe. Where we about to toe? What we about to go? What we about to tow tonight? Oh, fuck that! Get her up out of here. So everybody, put the McDonald Mills emojis in the chat. Pure survival for the minors. You know when you dealing with a damn minor. I don't give a damn. Fuck all of that. You can look like you older, but some dudes will still want to clap their cheeks anyway. It's sad to me. Everybody smash that like button. We only need 150 more likes.
Allegedly got involved with Aaliyah when she was a teenager, and the same thing happened with him and Beyonce, allegedly. And that's just the ones we know about. Well, Lily said Wanda was only 16 when she allegedly met Sean, but she may have told him she was older. She felt pregnant but had no idea how to contact him. Lily pointed out that Wanda had actually told Jay-Z she was 18 at the time, so he was unaware of her true age. Even though it technically wasn't his fault, it could still have a negative light casted on him. Fans have had their suspicions over the years, given his history.
Look how sneaky he looked right there with Foxy Brown. Tell me Jay-Z don't look sneaky as hell right there. Pure survival. Trying to look like he prissy, like he can't do no wrong. He got them sneaky ass nerd glasses on. You know what I'm saying? This is how this is how you catch a predator during survival. I'm sorry, Jay-Z, allegedly, this is how you catch a motherfucking predator. They'll be looking sneaky just like that. He ain't got no facial hair or nothing. I don't trust the fact that he ain't got no facial hair. That's the sneaky part right there. You know what I'm talking about? And Foxy ain't gonna never tell. She is never going to tell. She is a grown-ass woman now. She know that they pay her very well to keep her motherfucking lips shut. Why you think she never even had to put out another song no more? And she's still financially well off. Because she kept Jay-Z's freak off secret. That's just my damn opinion.
Her true age, even though it technically wasn't his fault, it could still have a negative light casted on him. Fans have had their suspicions over the years, given his history of being linked to young women who weren't illegally of age. Again, just look at Beyonce, Aaliyah, Foxy Brown. It seemed like he had quite the track record of going after younger women before they were legally old enough. But if it ever came out that he got Wanda pregnant when she was just 16, it would have caused a huge scandal. Lily believes that the age factor is a major reason why Jay-Z hasn't been more forthcoming about acknowledging Ramir.
Exactly. And if y'all believe this, what Ramir's caretaker said, put a 1 in the chat. If y'all believe the reason why Jay-Z won't take that test is the fact that his mother was 15, 16 years old. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't think that. Because there is no way that I would have been took the test to get it out the way. I would have been wanted to shut everybody up about this. This ain't nothing that just came out. This has been 15, 16 years. I would have been ended the shit and been laughing at y'all. I would have made a whole song about the shit. You know what I'm talking about? Smash that like button, guys. We need 100 more likes. Everybody double tap that screen. Shout out to all of y'all. I can't wait to stop saying it, but y'all gotta understand it's really important. I'm forced to say it, okay? Y'all trying to get my back blowed out? You know what I'm saying? Don't y'all like how I'm propped up like this? That's because my back ain't been blowed out. That's because of my back ain't been blowed out. You know what I'm saying? But imagine how these people blow my back out. I'm gonna be having to go live like this the whole time. Like, yeah, look at Jay-Z. Look at Jay-Z. You know what I mean? No, I can sit up straight because my back ain't been blown out. You know what I'm saying?
16, it would have caused a huge scandal. Lily believes that the age factor is a major reason why Jay-Z hasn't been more forthcoming about acknowledging Ramir. When Lily and Ramir first reached out to Jay-Z's lawyers to settle things quietly, they seemed surprisingly eager to keep everything private.
Wow, this is just crazy, man. I want to know who else is in the Epstein files. I want them to pull out the version of Diddy, because you know Diddy is in the Epstein files. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think Diddy Glover is in the Epstein files. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't think so. Come on, man. They were all going to that freak off island to get buck naked and do nasty shit.
When she was just 16, it would have caused a huge scandal. Lily believes that the age factor is a major reason why Jay-Z hasn't been more forthcoming about acknowledging Ramir. When Lily and Ramir first reached out to Jay-Z's lawyers to settle things quietly, they seemed surprisingly eager to keep everything private and wrap it up behind the scenes. They even proposed signing Ramir to Jay-Z's label, thinking it might be a way to smooth things over. But Lily wasn't interested in taking that route. She felt felt it was better to distance herself from any association that could potentially make things 10 times worse. She wasn't just going to compromise her role as a guardian for a quick deal. Lily was adamant that the truth had to come out, no matter what it took. The situation is more than just about settling paternity. It's about standing up for what's right and not letting anyone brush it under the rug. Lily believes that acknowledging the age gap and the circumstances would deal a major blow to JT's public image, something he clearly wants to avoid at all costs. It almost seems like he's more worried about protecting his reputation than actually doing.
Yes, and I get the fact that he wants to protect his reputation. You know what I mean? Shout out to Alex. Just hit that super chat, pure survival. It said, love you, Jamil, no Diddy Glover. You know what I mean? You first to hit that super chat. And guess what? I love you back, Alex. No Diddy Glover. You know what I'm saying? Alex making it clear with y'all. Look, I love Jamil, but it ain't like that, okay? Y'all think it ain't like that, goddammit. Yeah, there's a lot of freaky conversations going on over there. I ain't a part of that industry. But I understand that Jay-Z wants to protect his image. But if you, let's say if you didn't know that this girl was that age, you know what I'm saying? It happened years ago. You could just say, look, I didn't know, you know, and then take your responsibility. But instead, he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to do that. And I think Beyonce got something to do with it too.
Major blow to JT's public image, something he clearly wants to avoid at all costs. It almost seems like he's more worried about protecting his reputation than actually doing the right thing, which only raises more questions about his true intentions. For Lily, this issue goes beyond a legal settlement. It's about demanding transparency and accountability, even if it means enduring more scrutiny and backlash. She's not willing to be swayed or manipulated into a quick fix. She wants the whole truth and nothing but the truth to come out, no matter the consequences. She said, I got a call from his in-house lawyer, and they were very helpful, and we thought we would resolve this privately. They even talked about Ramir's music talent and whether it was a good time to put him on his record label, but he had to...
Now, you see that? Jay-Z tried to put this boy on his record label. I want you to come out and tell the truth that you're my dad. They try to put him on a record label to keep him quiet. We're going to pay you, let you be a rapper, but then you can't tell the world who your dad is? Like, that is fucking insane. Smash that like button, guys. We need 50 more likes. That is crazy. That's how you know that Jay-Z know that this boy is his. Why they try to offer him a record deal? Why did 50 Cent put Jay-Z on a milk carton when he was running from the Diddy stuff? I can't wait for 50 Cent to put out that Jay-Z documentary. Yeah, I can't.
Were very helpful, and we thought we would resolve this privately. They even talked about Ramir's music talent and whether it was a good time to put him on his record label, but he had to finish high school, so I said no. Suddenly, different lawyers got involved and their attitude completely changed. I think they realized there was more at stake for Sean, given that Wanda was allegedly underage. Now, at that point, things started going downhill for Ramir, and he placed the blame squarely on Jay-Z and Beyonce. Ramir and Lily claimed that Jay-Z's lawyers were playing dirty. They suspected that Jay-Z's legal team had bribed Ramir lawyers to sabotage the case. It seemed like a desperate attempt to bury the truth and protect the Carter's reputation at any cost. This kind of tactic only fueled Ramir's frustration and solidified his beef that Jay-Z was more interested in maintaining a flawless public image than addressing the situation honestly. Well, Lily backed up these claims, pointing out that the pressure from Jay-Z's side to keep everything under wraps was relentless. It was almost as if they were more focused on discrediting Ramir than finding a fair resolution. And this maneuver only made things more complicated and left Ramir feeling like he had no hope of...
And this is why this is going to backfire on Jay-Z. Like, you wanted to deny this boy. You wanted to not take the paternity test. Now they got you in the headlines for the Epstein files. And now this boy is agreeing to testify, okay, to where you're going to be forced to take the test. The whole internet knows that he's been saying that you've been his father for all of these years. Everybody get them likes up. We almost got 1,000 likes, guys. You guys are doing wonderful. You know what I mean? Like I said, once we hit 1,000 likes, I ain't gonna say nothing no more. But this is going to backfire on Jay-Z. If I was Ramir, I'd be happy as shit that Jay-Z is in the Epstein files too. If I know you got my mom pregnant, when she was 15, and then you just throw my mom to the wolves? No, I'm happy as hell.
Are more focused on discrediting Ramir than finding a fair resolution. And this maneuver only made things more complicated and left Ramir feeling like he had no hope of things working out good for him. The measures that Jay-Z's lawyers allegedly took to keep things quiet seemed dubious and only intensified the sense of wrongdoing that Ramir and his supporters experienced. It's evident that this isn't merely about a paternity test. This is about the lengths some people will go in order to maintain their image, even if it means compromising the truth. And according to reports, Lily launched a legal battle against their own lawyers, accusing them of colluding with the rapper's legal team to help them get out of taking the test. She claimed that they secretly colluded with the lawyers of Jay-Z, causing procedure problems that caused the case to be thrown out of Philadelphia courts.
It's crazy. It really is crazy. These judges, these lawyers, this fraud, collusion. Who knows what it's for? Money?
Y'all hear this? Fraud, collusion, all of this stuff for money. We've seen this with these people with all of, it's like, and the richer people they don't want the people at the bottom to get nothing, like at all. Like they still want to get more and more money. Like I want my grandkids to be rich. Pure survival. You know what I mean? And that's what everybody would want. But they don't want us to get nothing. Like he just said, like Jay-Z was paying off even their lawyers for the test. They was able to pay them. Look, just shut them motherfuckers up. We're going to throw the case out. Pure survival. The boy literally started having seashells. Look at this. Seashells started growing into his hair. Pure survival. He didn't put them seashells there. It grew out of his hair organically. Pure survival. Y'all see how weird Jay-Z's hairstyle is. I told you they practice voodoo, digging doo-doo, all of these things allegedly. And then the boy got seashells that just mysteriously come on the top of his head. He just woke up, seashells dangling. He hear the motherfucker making noise. So now when he walk up and down the steps, you know that it's him because his seashells is clapping like cheeks. This is crazy, guys. Smash that like button. And he was breaking down how they just been lying.
It really is crazy. These judges, these lawyers, this fraud, collusion. Who knows what it's for? Money or friendships or whatever they got going on. But I can honestly say that we should never go in the courtroom feeling like we're already the victims and we did nothing wrong.
But despite the long-standing track record of Jay-Z and Beyonce, it was entirely surprising that they resort to such measures. It felt like a move straight out of the playbook, but here's a twist. Ramir is tough as nails, and none of it fazed him. Even with all the dirty tactics from Jay-Z's lawyers, Ramir remained irresolute. He decided to take a stand and file a motion with the Supreme Court demanding the release of years' worth of documents dating back to 2012. He kept arguing that keeping these records under lock and key was an injustice. Unfortunately, the Supreme Court shot down his motion too, citing a lack of jurisdiction to reopen matters in the appeals court or unsealed records in the trial court. Undeterred, though, Ramir pressed on and filed another motion with the appellate division, but that was also denied. And it's no surprise that Ramir is feeling frustrated, because who wouldn't? He's been at this fight for more than 15 years, and it's like he hasn't moved a single step forward.
And look, I think this was the stepdad, pure survival, that treated him good, that raised him, did everything Jay-Z didn't do, pure survival. And you know for a fact that this boy do not belong to him. Now, he raised him as his own, pure survival, but you can tell, you know what I'm saying? Like, rest in peace to the late, great, you know what I'm saying, Bernie Mac. But he more looked like he could be Bernie Mac brother. You know what I'm talking about? They don't look nothing alike, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? So Jay-Z needs to step up and do what he's supposed to do. That's what he need to do.
Was also denied. And it's no surprise that Ramir is feeling frustrated, because who wouldn't? He's been at this fight for more than 15 years, and it's like he hasn't moved a single step forward. Every step he takes seems to lead him to another dead end, and it feels like the system is intentionally keeping him at bay. All he's asking for is a fair chance to present his case, but it's as if every door is being slammed in his face. It's a real test of strength. You can't help but cheer him on despite all these obstacles. I mean, can't you just admire his determination? He refuses to give up. It makes you think that he really believes in this. Even in the face of all these legal hurdles and the alleged dubious maneuvers.
And somebody in the chat just said that that's DMX son. Somebody just said that that's DMX son, pure survival. Let me tell you something. If Ramir was DMX son, rest in peace to the late great DMX. DMX would have been took the test. DMX would have said, yeah, yo, that's my dog. I want you to know that that's my son. So I'm going to take the test. So, because if he mine, then that's my dog. I said, that's my dog. DMX would have took the motherfucking test. So don't tell me it's DMX, son. Pure survival. Smash that like button.
Admire his determination. He refuses to give up. It makes you think that he really believes in this. Even in the face of all these legal hurdles and the alleged dubious maneuvers from Jay-Z's team, Ramir continues to fight for what he believes is right. This isn't just about a paternity test for him. He's demanding clarity and accountability from the Carters, no matter how long it takes. And most people just would have called it quits at the first sign of trouble. But Ramir's bravery is inspiring.
I'm not pointing no fingers. I'm just asking everybody, all the judges or anybody who's working on the case, to do what's right and do their job the correct way, even if you overlook something or didn't see something. Everybody makes mistakes, as I said before, but you know, it's time to actually do your job and look at everything and get it correct, because you know.
And that's all the boy wanted. Was just look at the information, look at the details. Jay-Z is my father. And he was able to run and duck and hide. I got a hairstyle that I can't even control. Oh my God. Everybody smashed that like button. We almost got 1,000 likes. I'm sorry, I keep breaking down crying because it's like to see that this young man has been fighting. He's been fighting for so long. And then you come out to be in the Epstein files, Jay-Z, Pure Survival. This was the last thing that I thought. I'm not going to lie. I was like, Jay-Z keep winning every case. He come out motherfucker swinging. Weird-ass hairstyle, everything. He just keep paying everybody. Just beat this case. Beat that case. You know what I'm saying? But how are you going to beat the Epstein files? You know what I'm saying? There are legal documents. Like, look at Donald Trump. Donald Trump literally was like, all right, damn, the Epstein file's about to come out. Oh, God, we got to do something. We need a distraction. Go lock up Don motherfucking Lemon. Go lock up Dom Lemon. We don't give a damn about his husband. Dom Lemon's a loser. And according to Nicki Minaj, he's a cock. He's a cock dog sucker. Pills about. We're going to lock Dom Lemon up in his cock dog sucking ass. This is what Donald Trump and Donald Trump's clip-on toupee decided to himself. I don't care if y'all don't understand that it's certain things to do the distraction. Lock up Don motherfucking Lemon because he knew how most scary is it that the Epstein files came out the same day that they locked up Dom Lemon. And they knew they couldn't hold him. The man was doing journalism. I'm not even going to argue or get into that. But if he did such a super horrible crime, they would have locked him up and he would have had no bail at all. And according to Donald Trump and Donald Trump's clip-on toupee, Donald would have loved if he would have been locked up without no bail. Because that would have made the shit even louder. But you got to understand, Donald played chess. And I'm not no Donald Trump fan. I'm not a Donald Trump hater either. I don't give a damn who's president. I don't think it's going to ever go my way anyway. Survival. I think that they all demons. You know what I'm saying? But Donald plays chess. He knows what can be a big distraction. Okay, lock Dom Lemon up. Everybody going to be watching that. And this Epstein files was going to be swept under the rug. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they wouldn't even let me talk about that shit yesterday. That's why I told y'all it's certain things that I can't talk about. I don't make videos member only just because I'm just want to do that for the members. I love my members, but that didn't have nothing to do with it. It was bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just keep it that way. But note that this video going to be public because the system would love for this to be public. Just note that, okay? It's certain things when you got a voice and you're a journalist. Like I'm a comedian, but I'm still a journalist in some sort of way. You know what I mean? So they got things to where they don't want you to say certain shit. It's a certain narrative that trust me is real. But this is not like a narrative. Jay-Z's been ducking this with his son, this paternity. And I think that this is awful. I've been talking about this shit for 3 years now. 3 years. If you go on my channel, you'll hear how long I've been talking about it. So I'm happy to know, damn, Ramir was only being quiet because he knew that these Epstein files was coming out. He didn't stop the paternity test. Remember how they said last year that his case, he threw it away? No. He knew that these Epstein files was going to come out proving that Jay-Z allegedly already messed with minors. And the feds might have told him to do that. Because if he goes onto a court like with the feds, they don't care about your money. Clearly, look at Diddy Glover, pure survival. He's at Forks Dinglings. And that motherfucker dancing this shit, talking about, I thought I told you that we don't stop. I thought I told you that I eat cock. I thought I told you that we don't stop. I thought I told you that I eat cock. They don't care about the money. The feds, they love to get the big fish. When you are a billionaire and all of that, they want to take your ass down. So believe me, they let him know, look, we got something bigger for Jay-Z. We got something bigger for him. So I don't know how this is going to turn. But like I said, if they make this boy take this test, this Jay-Z take this test for him, it's going to prove that Jay-Z got his mother pregnant, God rest her soul, when she was 15, 16 years old. That's going to confirm the Epstein file shit. These people play, they play hard. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad that he's getting to be able to get justice. And like I said, if you can go on his Instagram, Jay-Z's son posted about about the Epstein file stuff. He's actually happy. He's celebrating it. You know what I mean? As far as Beyonce's breath stinking, you can't get mad at Diddy's ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal, and you can't get mad at Gene Deal's kneecaps. Like, that's very traumatizing. That's very traumatizing. Imagine for the people that watch me, let's say if you're a fan or supporter, whatever you want to call yourself, right? Let's say you say that, Jamil, I'm your biggest fan. Then you meet me in person and my breath is horrible. And my breath is horrible. Pure survival. You may still love my comedy, but you know you want to stay a distant. The Jamil, I'd rather watch you on the phone or the TV. I can't be persons with the motherfucker. I'm telling you, the nigga's funny, but don't get too close because his breath will burn your nose hairs off. It's so fucking hot. So that's how bad Beyonce's breath is. So you can't get mad at Gene Deal and Gene Deal's kneecaps. He's a victim of Beyonce's breath.
I said that shit years ago about how bad Beyonce breath was. But now when I say it, it goes viral. Shout out to Big Shorty, my man used to bodyguard her. I said that shit years ago about how bad Beyonce breath was. But now when I say it, it goes viral.
And this is why Beyonce has no problem with the fact that Jay-Z looks like a camel. Not just the money, because I even heard that allegedly Beyonce, well, 50 Cent said it, that they were married under some type of industry thing. Did y'all hear that? Put a one in the chat if y'all heard that Beyonce and Jay-Z was like a fake marriage type of thing. That it was like a contract. That's what 50 Cent said. That's what you know what I'm saying? That's when he said that. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. When what Hassan Campbell braiding hair? Yeah, Hassan Campbell is a hell of a hair braider, guys. But no, Jay-Z can't hide these things. Like if you like young girls back in the day, like look at R. Kelly. We already know, like R. Kelly, even though the girls were older, that he ended up getting all that time for, and I still feel like, damn, they gave him like, I think they gave him like too much time for real, personally. You know what I'm saying? Because you got real live child molesters that they be giving probation to. I'd be like, how, if somebody looks at a kid in a sexual way, I don't even think you need to be on this earth. I just feel like your time on this earth should be over. I'm sorry, that's just my personal opinion. If you could look at a kid and think in a sexual manner, that's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? But Jay-Z, this has been going on for a long time.
Jay-Z should have kept his motherfucking mouth. Like, comment, subscribe, part 2.
Everybody in the industry, they not going to tell you. They not going to get out and say nothing because we have this no snitching, no telling the truth, or don't say nothing type of culture. But everybody know in the industry that Jay-Z was talking to young girls. See, I know in 99 and early 2000, he was dealing with Beyonce. I didn't know Jay-Z was 30 years old though. And Beyonce was 17 and 18.
And you can't take that back. Hear me now? Can y'all hear me? My uncle just tried to FaceTime me. You can't hear me? Can y'all hear me? Sweetheart, I don't know. You just text me, but you didn't say you can hear me. Can you do both? My uncle, guys, is from North Philadelphia. He's an old school gangster that wear Adidas suits, that wear Adidas sweatsuits. You know, back in the 80s when they wore the Adidas sweatsuit, you know what I mean? Now, he not that guy no more, but he's still mentally old school gangster from back in the day. Like, instead of texting me, hey, are you live? My uncle just tried to FaceTime me. Pills of Bible. My uncle just tried to FaceTime me. That's what messed up the FaceTime. You know what I'm saying? You know how when you got like the older relatives that don't really understand the internet and they do something like funny, and especially if they like institutionalized. Like I remember when my uncle came home from prison, like he did a whole lot of time in prison. And I'm super proud of him right now. He's been home for years. But I'm saying back in 2015 when he came home from prison, he went on Facebook. This is when I was only on Facebook. I wasn't on YouTube. I didn't even know about YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Instagram, none of it. He just came home. He went on Facebook and made a post. And he said, my phone, no, he said to all my friends, family, children, and grandchildren, my phone is about to be turned off at 12 o'clock at night. And anybody gives a damn, they would respond. Like my uncle, I'm talking about he put it on the damn thing. I'm super hilarious and embarrassing at the same time. But I'm like, I knew he didn't really know, you know what I mean, with the timelines and shit like that. But he even said his grandkids, like, to all my family, children, and grandchildren, my phone will be turned off at 12 o'clock tonight. And he talked like, my phone will be turned off at 12 o'clock tonight. And if anyone gives a damn, they would respond to what I'm saying. I didn't say shit. I was like, my uncle was crashing out on the internet. Talk about his phone bill. I'm cracking up. He was in the halfway house at the time. But yes, shout out to my uncle, man. That was him that just called and made my voice sound like that. Yeah, I'm talking about. But like I said, salute to all of y'all. Let's get 15 more likes, guys. 15 more likes, and then we had 1,000. Jay-Z is in the Epstein files, guys. He was mentioned, and his son is celebrating. And can't nobody get mad at him for celebrating because he's been fighting this man to take this paternity test all of this time. I would be celebrating. Yes, no more lies. Like you're gonna have to come out, sir. You're gonna have to come out and play. I'm getting sick and tired of seeing Jay-Z all year win cases. Now I knew the one case where they said the little girl that was 13 years old, and she went and somehow ran away from home and ended up at a Grammy Awards, and she ended up in a freak off with Jennifer Lopez, Diddy, Jay-Z. Like I knew certain shit that was just like. Even her dad said that he didn't believe the shit. The girl dad, and then when they showed the girl on the news, she was like a older, like, you know what I mean, she was kind of special needs or whatever. I ain't gonna make fun of her, but it just sounds so fake as hell. She was like, yeah, I went and Jay-Z and Diddy, they did. I knew that one. I was like, all right, I can't believe that one. But this shit with Ramir, I believed it 100%. And Jay-Z's been sweeping this under the rug for the longest. Shout out to all of y'all. If you want to become a member, if you not, hit that members joint. Like, share, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm on Instagram. You know I'm on TikTok. Y'all can follow me in any one of them places. I'm going to stay updated on this, okay? When there's more information come out. But shout out to Ramir. You know what I mean? Ramir, you're doing the right thing. If the feds want you to cooperate, that Jay-Z allegedly got your mom pregnant at 15, if that man didn't want to take that test for me all this time, you know what I mean? And I've been fighting him with emoji yellow, laughing emoji yellow teeth, and he got them white teeth, you're doing the right thing. It's time to take Jay-Z down. Pure so